What's up, guys? It's Maddox with Power 96.1 here with the amazingly talented, gorgeous, fabulous, and every other adjective that I could possibly come up with. Tiffany Young, everybody!
Maddox, hey 96.1. It's Tiffany Young here.
I'm so excited. I could barely sleep last night because I was so excited that we're going to meet in person today. Been following you for a long time. Super big fan of yours. We talked a little bit on Skype before. It was the connection and all that stuff. But talking about that, my wife's Korean, and she kind of got me into the whole K-pop thing. And
I think your wife and her family. Thank you.
she loves you too, man. She's a big fan. But welcome to Atlanta. How's it been?
Thank you for having me here. I was so busy looking at the car on the way here. It's such a beautiful city, and also my aunt lives here, and I never got to visit, but this is a great opportunity to come to iHeartRadio, see my aunt, go perform, and I'm excited to explore.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a great city. It's a little chilly today, but
it is very chilly.
The weather's actually very nice considering how it's been previously. Yeah, a lot of great Korean food here.
Very excited.
Very excited.
To explore.
Maybe for some Korean barbecue.
I know after. We might just have to do it.
Hey, we were talking about that on Skype.
Exactly.
I got some spots we can go head up for some somek, as you said, right?
Yes. Somek all the way to keep ourselves warm in this chilly weather.
So how's the tour been for you so far? This is what stop for you?
This is stop number 11, I think.
Wow.
Maybe actually 12.
12.
And it's flying by so fast. It's 18 cities in a span of 4 weeks. It's so much fun. I almost feel like I'm unwrapping a box of wonderful chocolates or candy, and I'm just savoring each flavor. And I don't know, I don't want it to end. I'm having such a good time, and I get to explore and meet all my fans almost every single day. I think I'm happy and blessed. You got some
awesome fans. What's one of your coolest fan moments that you've experienced on the tour so far?
On the tour so far, one of the cities, I was singing the song "The Flower," and that's the one part of the show where I really get to open up and talk about mental wellness and just being open and finding more empathy and compassion for one another or whoever it is, even for yourself. And one of the shows, the fans had coordinated a fan event where the moment the song started, they lifted up the signs that said, "We'll be the flower.
Oh,
we'll be
so
your
cool.
flower. You're our flower to our pain." I'm trying to go through the memories, but it was so magical. That's something that happened a couple times in Asia, and it just reminded me of how in sync and how together it's bringing the world and my fans together. So that's a moment I'm never gonna forget, and it's such a special song, and for my fans to say those words and say it to somebody else or be thinking of that constantly throughout their day, I'm just happy and honored that I can share something like that.
That's a really powerful moment. That's really cool.
Thank you.
I bet you're going to remember that, like you said,
forever. I have that sign on the back of my bus.
Oh, you have the sign too?
I took it from a fan in the front row. I asked her, I was like, "Can I have this?"
Oh, that's so awesome.
But I'm going to take it home and put it in my room, or I don't know, put it next to all the things upstairs with the plaques and stuff. So
I love that. That's so cool. So, talking about what you said about, taking time for yourself and, mental health and stuff like that, society's, it's gotten, I feel like it's just really fast paced, and you got social media, and you got, the social media bullying to deal with. It's, I feel like it is very important to take time just to,
I
chill.
think it's so important that I got to take the time and chill and really, really take the time to write the message as well, to share with my fans that it does take time and a lot of prep to be able to talk about those things. And when you are ready, there's always going to be somebody next to you to listen, or you can always open up to a friend or some anonymously, and I hope that you can always find the light in any situation. For me, I think especially there's just so much going on, and there's so much unnecessary negativity that we don't need nowadays. And for
100%.
me, I thought it was so important to speak out about, if you don't have anything nice to say, spin that negativity and throw it out the door.
Yeah, but you're such a positive person. Like it's all about the attitude you bring to the table, which is you kind of make your own soup, so to speak. You know?
And I also think it's so important to share that I don't encourage false positivity either. So if you're not okay, that's okay. You want to cry, you can cry. If you want to scream, take a hike and be like, it's always healthy.
I've done that before.
That's fine in the most healthy way possible. And I'm just glad that I get to share and open up about things so that others may open up.
That's great. I love that message.
Thank you.
So you were 15 when you moved to Korea?
Yes, I was.
And you went by yourself?
I went by myself. I thought I was like the most established independent woman as a 15-year-old could possibly be in that day and age of 2004.
That's pretty intense though. I mean, I was intimidated going because I've been to Korea like 4 times, I think. I love it there. I love the food. I love the culture. I love the music, obviously, and it's always such a great experience. But if I was going to go there when I was 15 by myself, I might be a little intimidated.
I guess ignorance is bliss. And that I was just so focused and determined. Like, I know most people wouldn't take a 15-year-old girl's like, I'm going to go across the world and be a serious artist and try spreading this message of love and take over the world doing it. Like, I would not take a 15-year-old seriously. But I guess that's the lesson. For me, I guess, that saying, be the person you needed when you were younger.
Yeah.
I hope that any girl or boy listening to this in their teens of any racial background, whatever you come from, that you can be whatever you want to be if you believe in yourself. And I hope I'm back home to be able to share that for younger girls and boys.
That's
dreaming
great.
Of being a serious artist as a 15-year-old.
But I mean, training in Korea, it's no joke. Like
No
when you're
joke.
like, it's ruthless. Like you just train. Did you get like any time to like chill, or did you just?
I think it's not as ruthless as everybody thinks it is.
Okay.
And for me, growing up here and like getting the opportunities, I had a lot of like opportunities to be in show choir, orchestra, dance, ballet, cheer, you name it. And for me, I think studying classical music and being in an orchestra really kind of made me want to be disciplined in terms of like having all my practices in and things like that. So for me, I think I understood the concept of if you want to be at this level as a performer,
Yeah.
You need those hours. You need to spend the time to learn the history or the DNA of a piece or the way you move when you're performing. And I guess I was ready before I went.
I mean, that sounds like you were pretty much in tune, like ready to rock and roll. I mean,
and I think anybody who's like grabbing or getting ready to play an instrument, that's the mindset like you're gonna get into. As much as you love something, if you want to be the best, hard work. There's no other secret. The time and hard work and heart.
Time and hard work. That's it. Just putting in the effort and the hours. So you moved there when you were 15, and you trained for how many years before?
2.5 years before I started Girls' Generation.
Which was one of the biggest groups of all time. So that's
best time of my life and still the greatest gift of my life.
You guys still keep in touch?
Of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys like FaceTime or whatever?
We FaceTime all the time. We're always texting. We're always updating things. And when you're eating something, when you're in a new city, like you always want to share with your family, and that's what it is for us. Like whether we're sharing it in a group chat or like a couple of us are together, we're always sharing and updating each other. And we've like been releasing and touring for 10 consecutive years. This is our first 2 years we've been off.
Wow, it was 10 years?
Yes. So
wow.
I think we're just taking the time to like breathe and have a real life and learn ourselves before we like ever get back together and do like more fun things.
Oh wow, so there's a possibility that could happen then too?
Always. I mean, the
I
trust and the support and the faith is there, and I thank our fans for trusting and supporting what we are doing right now as well.
Yeah, I mean, being able to explore like yourself as like a solo artist, and I feel like you might get like creative like backup, like if you probably have so many ideas and so many just things you want to do.
And I think it's so important to choose the places you want to travel and draw inspiration from. Like I think when you're younger, you're like kind of going anywhere you're led to, but I think with 12 years 13 years of experience. Well, 15 years with my bandmates. It's just like, hey, I want to be back in LA. And they're like, you go, girl.
Yeah, let's go. So, what's like one of your favorite cities that you've been to so far where you're like, wow, this is pretty cool? It's like really, you've walked away from there, you're like, man, I want to go back. Maybe anywhere in the world. Anywhere
You know
in the world.
what's so funny though? It's every single city I've been passing by on this tour, on this Magnetic Moon tour. I remember being in Philadelphia and I was like, am I a Philly girl? And then I was in Raleigh yesterday. No, but seriously, my manager was saying that. And I was like, yesterday, I was like, am I a Raleigh girl? And literally when we were coming down the street, I was like, am I an Atlanta girl?
Yes, Atlanta, ATL.
ATL. I've been listening to like all the Atlanta musicians this morning. So everybody from Gladys Knight to Carrie Hilson to Sierra.
There's
like,
so many.
Yeah, I've been having fun this morning.
To Outkast.
Yes, that was the first song we played.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I love that. You got to get yourself in the Atlanta mindset, you know?
yes.
I mean, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you, what's one of the craziest, like, I mean, you're on a tour bus, right? So you're not flying, you're on the bus.
We're flying into a couple cities, but most of the time we're on the bus.
Okay, so what's one of the craziest, different, like, routine changes that you go through on the bus? Like, is it the sleeping on the bus? Because I don't think I could sleep. I don't even sleep on planes.
Sleeping on the bus and just making sure your routine is like set before you start the next day, because it's, you know, there's a lot of things that change here and there, but and also there was a quote, don't fight and think how a situation should be, and just accept what came or what is at the moment. And I think this tour is teaching me a lot of spontaneity and like living in the moment and being okay with whatever comes. So
That's awesome.
I'm like hearing myself talking and be like, wow, I've opened up in so many ways. It's like the other day I was at a hotel and the lights weren't working and I was like, maybe I can try fixing it, because I didn't know my team was down the hall. And I didn't want to bother anybody and like wake anybody up, and I was like, maybe I can fix it.
You're like, let me pull out my tool bag here.
No, I tried with Q-tips. It was a major fail, but at least I was like...
Gave it effort.
Yeah, A for effort. I was showering in the dark, and I was like, look at me.
Night vision.
Exactly. I don't know what I was thinking, but I have really, really opened up in like trying to like I guess be an electrician. But yeah, I've been having fun.
That's great. So I gotta ask you this. So are you good at Go Stop?
No,
Go
I'm
Stop?
terrible.
Okay, me too. I just wanted to
Okay.
see if we like.
Is it like is it because we're not wired? Isn't it almost like Go Fish?
It's just so complicated. I feel like I had to
Okay,
have.
there's more details for sure.
Yeah, so just trying to keep track of what card goes. They don't look anything alike, and my wife is trying to explain it to me. And some Koreans, they take it very seriously. It's like a
Right.
serious
Okay.
game.
So anybody listening, Go Stop is a traditional Korean card game with their the card sets, and yeah, for sure. I don't know enough. I've never played enough, and I'd usually be the one just like sitting and watching how the room is working.
Yeah,
so
where they slap the
anybody
card
wanna
down.
Teach us, let us know.
Yes, Tiffany and I need some Go Stop lessons, because I usually have to use like a chart on my phone to kind of know what cards go where.
That should be helpful, and they did not have that when I was living in Korea, so I might learn better right now.
I'm very bad at Go Stop, so at least we're in good company, you know.
Yeah.
So what is so I've been trying to learn Korean. What's like a good Korean phrase that you think I should? That one of your favorite phrases that you really can't say in English, but it's just doesn't really translate. Is there a favorite phrase or word that you have?
I'm just trying to see what fits like this whole tour in a Korean phrase.
That's hard.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think. Yeah.
Man, because it's like so much in one, you know. I mean, it's so much awesomeness.
I'm like, the only thing that comes to my mind is 그냥 받아들여.
What is it?
그냥 받아들여.
그냥? Okay, what is that?
Just
Yeah.
받아들여 means accept it.
Just accept it.
Yeah,
I like that.
그냥 받아들여. 그냥 받아들여.
I love
Yeah,
that. I love
just
that.
like say it. I think that's what's coming to my mind right now.
So, I mean, Korean's it's a hard language to learn.
It's a beautiful language.
I love the language.
It's just, and just the way yeah, I love it.
It's like reverse of English. So it's like, where's the bathroom? It's bathroom where is.
I know. It's hard for me. Exactly.
So I've been really like trying to learn more and more, and then I actually, when I'm stuck in Atlanta traffic, I use this like app on my car, and I listen to try to learn.
Do you use Papago?
What's that?
Do you use Papago?
I use Mango.
Oh.
I use a couple different ones actually. Do you use
I use Papago. Because sometimes I get stuck talking and speaking in English, and like I'm like, wait, what am I trying to say in Korean? And
you forget your Korean words sometimes? Yeah, it's true. If you don't use it.
And then it might be the other way around, where like when I'm back in LA, my aunt is talking to me in Korean, and I'd be like, what is that word? And like I turn on the app for her, and she spells it out, and then it gives it to me in English.
Oh, that's cool. Like
yeah, it's very helpful. Yeah.
Translator app. Mm-hmm. So, what's your favorite type of kimchi? Would it be like traditional kimchi, kaktugi?
Well, it depends what kind of food I'm having it with, but like fresh kaktugi and fresh kimchi are my favorites.
Okay.
Like, it still tastes like sweet and fresh, and like the pepper and the cabbage isn't like quite stuck together yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my favorite.
Kaktugi is one of my favorites too. I like the fresher one, but the fermented one's pretty good too. For like a kimchi jjigae?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll take it any day. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, I think it's, time I have some Korean food. So I had like samgum kare yesterday and like kimchi before the show.
That's awesome. I love kimchi. Do you keep kimchi with you, like on the bus?
I do, on the tour bus.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I brought 2 types of kimchi for the tour bus.
Love it. Is it good? Do you eat it with like
yeah, with
ramen?
ramen and like jjajang and kare and like
I love that. What's your favorite Korean dish? If you could have any Korean dish.
It depends, but I am a nakji dorseok bibimbap.
Dorseok bibimbap?
Person, yeah.
Okay, so and that's like the stone bowl.
The
okay.
stone like
crispy rice.
Yes, crispy rice, and I also like gochujang jjigae.
Gochujang. Okay, wow, now we're talking.
Yeah.
I love gongchi. That's one of my favorites, like the gongchi stew. I guess it's like a jjigae kind of, but it's really good. I really feel like I'm like craving Korean food so much right now. I even have kimchi with my like eggs and toast in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never done that. But.
It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, honestly, Tiffany, I gotta tell you, like I could talk to you all day, all night. So
thank you.
I want to say thank you for your messaging. Thank you for everything that you've done with the music, the tour. I wish nothing but success.
Thank you.
And I'm excited for the show tonight at Buckhead Theater. So
I'm very excited as well.
I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us here at iHeartRadio and Power 96.1.
Thank you for having me.
Give it up for Tiffany Young, everybody.